topic you want me to cover that's not here, you can email me, john@procraps.net. You can get me on Discord. I think I'm just at jcocos or John Cocos on Discord. Connect with me and say, I want you to talk about insert thing here. And we can make sure that during the How to Win series, you do that. Because I think tying all the things together, how do you win, is all about how do you construct your play styles. So whatever you want to know, ask me. This can go 22 sessions or it can go 32 sessions. I don't care, right? If you want more information, let's talk through it. All right. There we go, guys. We're going to take a look today at the 10,000 foot view of where I want to get to with the series. So for Gambling 401 is going to take us along a journey of about 20 shows, probably over the course of 5 weeks, maybe 6 weeks, depending on if I go to Vegas for a week or not, but basically 20 shows. Here's how they're going to shake out. Okay. The first module that we're going to go through in this series is going to be about the basics of high level gambling. Okay. And what I mean by that is this: my number one goal for you at the end of this series is to be able to craft your own strategy that's a quote unquote winning strategy. Now, again, you cannot reliably win in the casino. Let's be honest about that. But I would like you to be able to craft your own way to play. There's a million strategies out there, right? You got Ryan from Mark the Points putting out a strategy or two a week, right? Jeremy does about one a week. Waylon does 2 or 3 a day. There's strategies abound, okay, that other people have concocted through whatever means they have. I want you to have the tools to make your own strategy. And it starts out with understanding tomorrow what a strategy is. We'll define what a strategy is. Then we're going to take a look at goals and being honest about your goals. And I have said this many, many times to you. Your goals are not always the same. Some days my goal is to make $50, right? If I'm going on the regular, right? A good example, at a casino, my goal might be to do a coffee run, get up early, go to Starbucks, walk up to the table, put out $500 and try and win a couple hundred. Try and win 100, reset the bankroll, try and win 100, reset the bankroll and get out. Because later on in the day, we're going to meet up with friends and I can now buy in for 700 and have a little bit higher bets, or I can take the $200 and be aggressive with the $200, right? Go 64 across and just full press, right? Sometimes your goal is to set yourself up for later. Sometimes your goal is that home run. Be honest about that. Sometimes you're out there just to kind of just let it hang and see what happens. But setting the goal and being honest about it ahead of time is important every time you go to the table. Going out there with $500 and just saying, let's just see what happens. That's where your money goes bye-bye. Okay. Then we're going to talk about exposure. I talk about exposure all the time. Time is your enemy, right? What you're going to lose to out there is your enemy. How much money you have at risk is your enemy. How much money you have is your enemy, right? All the ways you can expose yourself to getting hurt. You got to understand that so that in our next episode, we can optimize our play style to account for the exposure that you're okay with. Like if you're okay with being out there for a long time, you cannot have huge bets. If you are scared to death of time, like I am, you have bigger bets for a tinier amount of time. It ends up all being the same in the end, right? Losing a little bit over a long period of time or a lot right now, it's all the same. It's about how you want to have the experience and how you want to attack the thing. But you can't do that to understand it, okay? And obviously, you're going to lose. There's days where we lose. Today, we lost, right? Today, we went out there. We won $1,000 or we won $800. I needed $300 more, reduced my bets and lost my regression. What's my recovery plan? Well, I did the same exact play again because I basically started over again. But if I was upside down, I may have done something different, right? What is your recovery plan when your strategy or play style fails? Okay. And number 6, again, it just doesn't matter. I'm going to recap this idea of winning or losing a little bit very often versus losing a lot right now is the same thing, right? So in other words, like betting on just the 4, betting across, there's no difference there. It's a matter of how you want to experience your time. That's our module 1, getting basics kind of set up so that you can start building your strategies. Module 2, I'm going to take a deep dive into play styles. Okay. And I've talked about this randomly throughout our shows, but I look at all the games and there's only a few ways you can play. You can stand pat. You can be a same better. Go out there on Baccarat, drop a quarter out there and just play the quarter all day long, right? You can go 160 across and same bet forever, right? That's a way to play. And believe me, the people who stand pat sometimes make more money than the people who try and grow their bankroll, right? Go out there with a smaller level and try and grow things up, right? Again, it depends on how you see it. Do you want to be a small outlay and grow your bets, or just go out there here and just stay there for a while, right? Do you want to be like I've been doing, a bigger outlay and then regress down so you're safe? There's pros and cons to all those ways of playing. There's pros and cons. One way creates a lot of opportunity. One way reduces opportunity but locks up profit. We have to look at the pros and cons and how you want to experience your time at the table. There are many ways to do what's called progressions, right? And I mean like timed progressions, like a specific betting order that you do, mainly on the 50-50 bets. But progressions are a great way to attack streaks, right? Pressing patterns. They're like progressions, but they're different. They're different rhythms. There are negative progressions. I didn't put the word negative there, but negative progressions, the ways that Wayland's Way Craps plays, right? Where you chase your loss with bigger bets. Those can be a really great way to play if your goal is really small. You're looking to win 1 or 2 units. A negative progression until you get that win is a great way to play, as long as you don't catch the ugly streak, which will happen to you, but more often than not, you won't, right? And that's the idea of a negative progression. We're going to look at situational play. And at situations, meaning like I've got lots of bankroll, I got tiny bankroll. How do I attack a table in that situation that I've put myself in? How do I attack a table situationally when there's a streak going on, or when I'm trying to catch a streak? What does that look like for you, right? So I think those things are ways that you can switch and move. And that becomes what module 3 is applying that knowledge. You understand exposure, goal setting. You understand all the different ways you can put your bets out there, right? The ways you can same bet, you can press, you can progress, you can do a negative progression. All that is great. How do you apply it? Well, a lot of people do things like combining the play styles. I do that a lot, right? I'll start with a regression and then I'll turn that into something else. Or I'll have a negative progression on the 4 and 10, the Wayland's 4 and 10 ladder, while the inside is playing something different. Maybe the inside is more of an aggressive play. The 4-10 ladder is keeping me afloat, right? That's a combination of play styles, right? Merging play styles might be a thing where you move it in through phases, right? Start this way, then do this, then do that. And sort of situationally change what you're doing based on your bankroll situation. Go out high, come on down. When I'm down, I'm playing more aggressively for a short period of time. Once I get my lock, then I have a rhythm to it, right? Lots of ways to do that. And that's where I think combining, merging, and phasing your play can really change the way that you experience your wins out there. It may limit you in some cases, which is okay with me. But understanding how you can lock it up, lock it in, lock it down, right? That's a big thing, the discipline piece of this. Putting it together, I think your strategy has to meet your goals, right? My goal is to earn enough money to play later today with my friends. My goal is to earn $100 so I can bump up my account. My goal is to say, screw it, I don't care. I'm on vacation. I'm going to try and win the ATS. I'm going to go $15 or $25 pass line 555 and just let it happen, right? That's fine. If you have a strategy to meet that goal that's going to support that goal, then cool, go do it, right? But you got to, again, know all those things we talked about in the earlier sessions to be able to put that together, okay? And then, of course, practicing, right? I think practice is where the perfection comes, right? We're gonna lock ourselves into like not just practicing throwing the dice, right? I'm practicing your patterns, practicing your bet calls, practicing all of it. That's, I think, where you can make it perfect. Ed Robinson likes to say, practice like you play like you practice, bet like you practice, like you want to bet, right? And your betting practice, I think, is as important too. All that together, right? You get all these 20 classes that I've got figured out for us together. At the end of all that, you should be able to say, look, when I've got this much money and this much time, and this is my goal, this is the way that I want to play. This, of all those play styles, matches my mindset from Gambling 101 to play the way I want to play. I want you to be able to craft your own way. I'm not going to tell you how to play here. I'm going to show you some strategy, but I'm not going to give you a way to play. I'm going to give you ways to play, and hopefully you can piece it all together in your own way. That's my plan. All right. Now we're going to end the series with 2 fun episodes. Of course, 10 mistakes that all losers make and 10 habits that all winners have in common. I might do another couple of top 10 lists in the end here, but I can absolutely see us bringing in people on certain days to talk about certain things. For example, when we talk about negative progressions, I'll probably have Waylon on to talk about how does he play and how does he approach the table from a negative progressions way, right? I will have roulette players on to talk about progressions because roulette is famous for progressions, right? And of course, we'll talk craps pressing and regressing because that's a big thing. But yeah, I think that's what we're going to get to. I think that's the idea of the series. And again, we'll start tomorrow with module 1, class 1, creating a strategy, which is going to be defining what a strategy is and the pieces that you need to put one together. And I want you to kind of start. I might even have like a little worksheet, like to think about what are the parts that you've got to consider as you build your own way to play. And again, crafting your own way to play, I think, is the thing. If there's a topic you want me to cover that's not here, you can email me, john@procraps.net. You can get me on Discord. I think I'm just at J Kokas or John Kokas on Discord. Connect with me and say, I want you to talk about insert thing here. And we can make sure that during the How to Win series, we do that. Because I think tying all the things together, how do you win, is all about how do you construct your play styles. So whatever you want to know, ask me. This can go 22 sessions or it can go 32 sessions. I don't care, right? If you want more information, let's talk through it. All right. There we go, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. Please feel free to leave us a comment here in the comment section for the video, but really better still, join us on Discord. Go to casinogaming.tv and hit the community link in the menu there and join our Discord. That's where me, other YouTubers, and all of our subscribers hang out. We sit there and talk strategy and just BS kind of all day long. It's a great way to get connected and stay connected and kind of interact with the team, learn about meetups and get-togethers and all that kind of stuff. So with all that said, again, thanks for watching. I really appreciate your time. God bless you, and I will see you in the next one.